All right. Hey, everyone. Good morning. Morning operators, indeed. Good to see you this morning, Autonomous. It is, there's a fly. It's raining outside. It is November 18th. My allergies started, I think, because of all there's a storm that came in, there's rain. It's actually kind of nice. I don't mind that for a change. It was randomly in the 70s yesterday. It was a lot warmer. We were out riding bikes. That was fun. Hey, Fulcrum. Good to see you. But yeah, welcome everyone. Yeah, it's November 18th, 2024. This is Blue Gear and Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus your video game enthusiast and industry insider, industry analyst. I do have some insider stuff, but it's so different nowadays because it's very interesting. A lot of what the complaints come from online about modern journalists and all that, is there's a lot of younger people that are in the game industry that I end up, talking with, and it wasn't like back in the day where there'd be gaming veterans that would that I'd get inside information from back, like I think it was like the late 2000s, which that was a fun time. There was less toxicity than there is now, but we don't need to get into that anyway. And that's why I'm not much of an industry insider, more of an analyst now. But anyway, it's just crazy. It's November 18th. Like, we're almost done with November already. This year's flown by. It's crazy that I've been doing this show for so long with so little traction, but it's okay because one day. No, but usually, Thanksgiving's coming around the corner, and usually during that time, there's like the certain game I'm playing, family's playing, whatever. I remember thinking back, Mario Kart on Super Nintendo was a big deal, and then it shifted to the Mario Kart 64. During that time period. Think it even like what's interesting because there's a lot of games that I would play during Thanksgiving time that was like Genesis, Super Nintendo that wasn't necessarily multiplayer. That did take off really until N64 to Dreamcast because even Dreamcast, I remember. Excuse me, I think I moved out shortly after that, but I go back and play Virtua Tennis, things like that. Oh, another one I remember, and I think this might have been N64, was like NBA Hang Time or something like that. That was a fun during that time period. But yeah, let's talk about what I played this weekend. Let me jump into that. So really, it's funny. I didn't play too much. I mean, or what? Or I did. Did I accidentally do something? Or I did play a lot, but it was just mainly this Godzilla on PS3. I actually beat it by doing a run on the hard, well, to where it ended up being on hard, but there's still, it's interesting how the game plays. I feel like there's a lot of neat concepts they did that they could have, that a lot of games could do, because basically you play through the story mode, and there's paths you choose along the way. And then when you beat it, you then can upgrade Godzilla to then go back and go through it again, but you could go through the same levels or new levels. And you could have upgrades that allow it to be easier to fight other kaiju in the later levels. So I like how you're constantly replaying the main story over and over, but you could do it different each time. And then, you get your upgrades. There's some levels that are timed, and you have to destroy the generators before the time runs out, but then also a kaiju appears. And anytime a kaiju appears, the timer doesn't matter anymore, except for the generators. So what you have to like plan is, okay, there's so many things to think of. Getting 100% destruction in a level, getting the generators before the time runs out, but having the kaiju appears before you destroy the generators, so when you destroy the generators, you could still stay and fight the kaiju, but also there's 4 points on each map that captures data, which is pretty neat. It's basically where if you're in a certain point of the map, it tells you to press this camera button, and then you're being looked at. Godzilla's being looked at from an angle from like people on the ground or whatever, and you have to let the bar fill up. It's interesting how you control Godzilla, yet the game is being played through the point of view of the humans. And I think this is a very underrated game in general, even if you're not crazy about the slower paced combat that it has. But I did learn that the PS3 version and PS4 version are actually different. The PS4 version has different levels, different kaiju, and different attacks. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how I can play the PS4 version again. It said I played about 5 hours of it, but I think I've played more of the PS3 version by now. So actually what I'm trying to say is I think it's cool that they're both different games. It gives me a reason to go back to the PS4 version. All right, another game I played, and I see Altronimus was asking about that, Gigabash. I ended up owning it, and I forgot I owned it, and I had played it before on Epic Game Store. I think it's a fun game. It reminds me of playing like Power Stone and stuff like that. It's really fun. I played through the story mode with one of the or arcade with one of the characters, and then I got the Godzilla DLC, and I was playing as Godzilla, and it's fun. I mean, and then I go to play online, and that's fun too. Let's say I did a quick match, and it was 2-on-2, and it was weird because it ended up being where the other two was just CPU. And the person with me was obviously brand new. They were attacking me first, and then they didn't really know all the, the moves or all that. But that was actually fun to like kind of help them out. And then we got a little further. And then I played a duel against someone, and it was one of those things where there's people that have played for so long that they know what character to use and what move to spam the whole time, because I think I was Mechagodzilla against a Godzilla, and the guy was just spamming just this an attack from the right angle with the breath, and it was just keeping me in the air. You're just doing it over and over and over, and I'm like, wow, okay. And maybe there's some moves I need to learn to get out of that, but it's just very interesting when that happens. Because anyway, he beat me, and so I wanted to do it again to see if I could get past him. And he was just same character, same spam attack. And then I tried it again. So it's not like the person is having fun like playing. They just want to win. And, it's kind of odd that it works that way. Yeah, that Godzilla anti-air can loop hard. Okay. So, yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's interesting because that happened with me. I have the arcade cabinet here, arcade up, and I was playing Street Fighter, and then I was playing over and over because they kept beating me, but it's like maybe I could figure it out. But no, they kept being the same person doing the same move over and over and over again. And I guess there's completely different types of players that play these competitive games. Those that just want to know what the cheapest way to win every time is. But then those that want to play and figure out moves and what's the best way to do it. And it's crazy. I mean, I'm lucky to find one game in the first place, but then to get people that want to spam, it's too bad. So that's really it. That's actually all. Is that all I did? Is there anything that wasn't trackable? Because even with this Godzilla, I had to manually insert the emulation file with the trophies. And then, yeah, Gigabash is on Epic. I didn't really play anything else, but I did. I did play a lot of Godzilla on PS3. I mean, I got 3 silver trophies already, so yeah, more there to do. Oh, well, I guess we could call that out because yeah, this Fortnite. Yeah, RIP God of Fortnite. So I did play that just a little bit. So I don't even know where to start. I'm a big Gundam fan. I'm not a Fortnite fan, but I don't dislike Fortnite. I actually think Fortnite's pretty cool for what it is, and it has really tight gameplay, But all they did was so Bandai didn't even develop it. They had another company develop it called Look North World, yeah, and it's ex-Bungie Alex Seropian, I believe his name is. He left during Halo 2 or right before Halo 2. Anyway, they just make maps for Fortnite, and to be honest, that's cool because Fortnite has that ability, and you can just make all these game modes with maps and stuff. But Bandai, and I don't know who in Bandai. I'm assuming it's Bandai Namco Entertainment America and not Bandai Namco Japan. Got with Look North World and have them develop a map, and it's just an arbitrary map. It has some Neon and Federation stuff around, or Xeon and Federation stuff, so you'd be like, okay, yeah, that looks good to me. But it's really just, you're shooting. It's just normal Gundam gameplay, except you could trigger a sequence where then the mobile suits come out and fight each other. Now, for a second, and I have the video where I was playing by myself, and that allowed me to get to that part. It will be first person a view of the mech, and then there's just like predetermined spots, and you have 5 seconds to shoot, and then it just goes into where you watch them fight. Now, from an outsider, if you're not into Gundam, you're just jumping into this map. That's like, wow, that is actually pretty neat. But as a Gundam fan, it's like, this is what they're doing? You know, and I heard that they're trying to be respectable with the Gundam IP, what they included in and what they do. And what they did in Gundam Fortnite is not that. That's not, I don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. It's, but they're a little crazy over there, I got to say. And specifically the America, because they're like a marketing arm, or they don't really get to do much, so they try to come up with things. You know, I worked with them. They kicked me out. So, if that tells you anything. I just don't see how I could get my buddy on board to play that game mode versus regular Battle Royale. There's just not enough meat on the bone. Exactly right. Yeah, even, you know, I did a stream where my son and I jumped in to try it, and it's just, there's not much to it. It's, again, if it's not Gundam and you're just thinking of it as just an interesting game mode, that's kind of neat that that's there. But if you're a Gundam fan, if you're not a Gundam fan, you're not even going to know what to do. I really was expecting at least a few cosmetics like they did with COD Warzone. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly right. In fact, when I was at Bandai last year, they proposed another game collaboration, and I think they got mad at me, or the one guy, because I said, what? No. And then they never did that, and I proposed skins in COD and a game mode in Fortnite. And this is what they did. And I'm not saying I came up with it. I'm just saying it's kind of a coincidence that happened, and yeah. I'm not bitter. No, I'm just disappointed because I like Gundam, and this is what they're doing to it. Okay, let's move on real quick. A Haro backbling would have been sick. Yeah, there's so much they could do. Yeah, Haro backbling would actually be a great idea, but there's so much they could do. Just a pickaxe that's a beam saber, or an actual heat axe, a heat hawk. I figured it'd be more like that Battlefield where Godzilla Kong fought in the background and their stage hazards. Not great, but probably better than this. Yeah, Call of Duty was doing that in Warzone, where they had the Godzilla and King Kong, and that seemed pretty neat. I remember I even got destroyed by the heat blast, I think, when I was playing it. And that's neat because it's in the background. It's like a fun little, it's like adding to the game, whereas this was a game mode that you need a code to type in to then get into, and even that, it's only for a limited time. So it's like, whatever. All right. Let's look at some news real quick. Dark Souls 3 remaster currently in development, which is crazy, but it makes sense. 2 already had sort of a remaster, and that people aren't as fond of 2 as 3. I think right now, we were just talking about Bandai Namco, they're actually looking for some wins. And so they're just utilizing From Software as much as they can. You know, Elden Ring and Erdtree probably helped them this year. Probably that Dragon Ball game too. And so yeah, a Dark Souls 3 remaster. Would I play it? I don't know. Let's see. That wasn't interesting. What was this? Oh yeah, it was Lara Croft. I guess it's some Tomb Raider thing. There was that. Okay, this is cool. I think, will there be some sound maybe? So this is a game I've been talking about it for a while. Earthyon. It's made to be a Sega Genesis shooter, and it's made by the dude Yuzo Koshiro, who did the music for, and some game development, did the music for Streets of Rage 2. So this guy knows his 90s gaming. And this thing, it's completely awesome. Sound effects, graphics, everything is made specifically to look like it was on the Genesis in the 90s. This, hands down, oh yeah, you like shmups too? Yeah, hands down, getting this as soon as it lands. Okay, well, I'll scroll down here real quick, but I want to say there was not much news. Yeah, nothing that I found to be interesting. Yeah, we heard about that. Yeah, Half-Life 2, I guess they did some, or they're doing some re-release or whatever, and it has a new record of 60,000 concurrent, which is crazy to think. It's crazy to think a game like, and again, I'm going back to Gundam. Sorry, Half-Life 2 getting over 60,000 concurrent, and the new Gundam Breaker 4 now it had dropped under 1,000. Maybe that it's wrong to compare the two, but it's just like I wish Bandai was treating Gundam like they were From Software. And you don't need From Software to make a Gundam game. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that it's like Bandai didn't make Elden Ring, Dark Souls, but they're treating it like it's their golden egg, you know. And it's like, well, make a prestige Gundam game. That's what the series needs. It doesn't need some sort of Fortnite mode. Anyway, I'm just scrolling through here. Oh, hello. Venus Vacation Prism, Dead or Alive Extreme Details. Okay. Okay, and then there's always news about Call of Duty. Guess what people soak up. I'm telling you, the news stinks. Oh, the other cool thing is, and I think I talked about it, but oh man, I was gonna say Stellar Blade PC, but look at this. The Game Awards confirmed that DLC remakes and remasters will be eligible for Game of the Year. And my thought, so Shadow of the Erd Tree is eligible for Game of the Year at this year's Game Awards. And I think that's crazy, actually, that they're doing that. And that should just be its own separate thing, like instead of Game of the Year. But I think it's because not too many games came out. Shadow of the Erd Tree is real popular. Bandai Namco would throw money at that type of marketing. If anything, Bandai Namco knows how to market their things that are going to make money. So, but the fact that they're going this low, look, the Game Awards, I think it's fun. I remember being excited to watch it, but lately you could see that it's this pay to play type thing where it's just these companies are obviously paying to get this airtime, and it's less about interesting things going on in gaming and more about here's what's popular, here's what's making money, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna do something cool. I want to play a game. Let me first make sure that the game recording is off. It is. Let me switch the game mode here. So this game that I'm going to start, it's a game that came out this year. It's called Outcast: A New Beginning. It's a remake of a game that I played like in the late 90s, I think it was maybe early 2000s, but I think it was late 90s on PC because I remember playing it at my parents' house. And it was like the first open world game, and it was like voxel technology. We'll give it a second here to load up. Okay, cool. It is loading. Let me pick that on here. Oh, you've been thinking about Outcast since saw the trailers, but haven't decided. Yeah, I think it's on sale. Hey, Steven, what's up? What did you miss? Well, I was actually talking about the Game Awards a second ago, which it's kind of annoying, where it seems like it's kind of been taken over by kind of the idea of like, advertising, paying for these games to be advertised. Whoever has the money to market their game is going to do that, and so you're not going to see the smaller or cooler games. And then they've decided to make it where DLC and expansions can be Game of the Year, and I think it's Shadow of the Erd Tree. I think it's Bandai Namco wanting it probably paid Jeff Keighley a whole lot, so Shadow of the Erd Tree could be their Game of the Year. Because I think they won Elden Ring. Don't forget that obligatory Kojima segment. Now, that is cool. And so that's another example of the bias that Jeff Keighley has when it comes to the Game Awards, because where he sees the money, he's going to promote that, change it around based on that. But at the same time, he likes Kojima so much, he is going to show his stuff. So you see how it's like you could take what he does with Kojima to see what he's going to do with things he doesn't like. For instance, I feel like the Castlevania Dominus collection should be up in the running for Game of the Year. I think because of Konami, he's going to downplay it, but it's like just from a technical perspective, we've been waiting for those DS games to be remade, re-released in some way. No one thought it would be possible, and Konami did it, and they did it by having on the same screen you have the map and your stats, which I think is incredible. Which I want to see future games do this. So, I feel like Castlevania is going to get snubbed. Like, I hope it gets some sort of recognition at the Game Awards. I'm still salty they aren't on PS4 after we got the Mega Man ZX games ported. Oh, so they didn't release that Castlevania collection on PS4, huh? That would seem like an obvious thing to do. Because the game doesn't require too much and you're going to get more sales that way. It's very interesting. And they even added a brand new game. They completely remade the original Castlevania arcade game. And it done really well. Well, I'm glad I was able to fill this shader loading with talk. So some games do this, and I think it helps the rest of the game. And even right now, my computer's not even having a hard time with this. This game is probably well optimized. Oh, true, Midnight Hatter, about the PS4 problem, trying to get people away from the PS4. But you know what? You know what's really neat? That Limited Run Games did that $200 Castlevania Dominus Limited Edition collection. Okay. All right, let's get into this. I've been waiting forever to play. Anyway, this is on sale for $14. That's why I was like, okay, this is maybe a good time to try this game I've been waiting to try. The other thing is, Star Wars Outlaws is going to be on Steam here shortly, which means it's going to have the updates, completely different game, and I'm excited about that. All right, so let's see. Ooh, FOV you can change. I like the sound of that. Yeah, let's invert that. Okay, so graphics, it is doing 4K. It's doing 60. I don't want to mess with it while I'm live. Oh, the music's cool. All right, let's get into it. Exploration, combat, story. I don't know. I'll just start with this first one. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Oh, controls. So many controls. Shield, Oru's gun. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of that Penny Arcade comic where it shows this and like all of the names of what to do are just unintelligible, like random nonsense. Okay. Oh, this is already looking amazing. Wow, I love the way this looks. Okay, there's a little bit of stutter. I think it's loading everything. Oh, the music's great too. I don't know where I should go. That looks like something, but okay, I do have a gun. It just materialized in my hand. Something over here. How long can that go for? Not too long. I gotta be careful.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's cool. I'm trying to... I think there's something here. Yeah. I'm loving this already.
The plant glowing.
Get nostalgia for this game. Game even though I haven't even played it. Yeah, it's got all that. Oh, am I supposed to follow the tree? Okay. Okay. Oh,
That's the way to go.
not the way to go. Okay. Yeah, I like how I could probably. Anyway, I'm not gonna, or maybe I'll do that real quick. Oh. Okay, I gotta invert that. Okay, so a couple things I think I'm gonna do is invert the flight and widen the FOV. That was cool. Tell me I only have 10 minutes for this. Wait. Okay. I'm supposed to jump off this, right? Not working. Side activity completed. Cool, but what about this thing? Isn't it supposed to shoot me up? See, you know, like Breath of the Wild made it where you could like climb anywhere. This almost has it where you can kind of jetpack anywhere. That's pretty cool. There's a little bit of stuttering. Could be I'm streaming. Could be demo. Cool. I think controls are good. Oh. Module parts can be combined to a full weapon module by Maxim. Okay, I get or Masm. I don't know. I'll figure that stuff out later. Okay. Okay, no, the controls here are fine. Oh, that's cool. Oh, but it runs out. Wow, I love the way this looks. And it's interesting because it's doing, you know, the Breath of the Wild thing, but it's not too cartoony. It has just a tad bit of, Wait, what? Oh, cool. Oh, sweet. The B's like a dodge with your... These controls are cool. Wow, look at all this, all the colors. Okay, this is, even with what I'm doing right now, this is a must-buy. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just picking things up. It's a Zorkin. Okay, I just picked up a Zorkin, whatever that means. Hit the tree. Scan. Interesting. Find a way to enter the shrine. Oh, so when I scan it, get a highlight of that stuff. It's over here.
That must be the Essence Shrine Leas told me about.
Okay, side activities. That's interesting. Cool. Oh. Some Star Wars music. Oh. Come on now.
Who saw that? Come on.
Where'd he go? Did I finish? Oh, okay. I think some bad guys chasing me too.
Give me the good stuff.
Okay, so I got maximum health increased by doing a little challenge, which I'm not too crazy about that stuff, but it's a nice little break and I guess a way to upgrade if you don't want to get involved in combat. Okay, but there's some bad guys over here, I think. Statue? Button. Like the physics? Huh. Bye-bye. Oh, there's like spider things. That's cool. All right, I gotta say, it's getting time for me to leave here, but
Not the most appealing loot.
I'm giving this game a good thumbs up. A couple thumbs up there. Let's see. What's this? We got... The guy's name is Cutter Slade. What a badass. Oh, it looks like it's starting to bug out, so I might just exit anyway. Oh, in the menu it was bugging out. How do you exit? Have you noticed that recently where games, like, you have to find how to quit because it doesn't want you to quit? Oh, there we go. Okay, I pressed it. There we go. Okay, well, actually, let me share that again. That's this game, Outcast. It has a demo, so if you want to try it yourself, it is normally $39.99. I think I saw it like on deals.gg for $14. And what's this bundle? Let's see what it has. Oh, the original game. And then a sequel, I think, to the original game. And then this is a remake of the... So it would be neat to try the old ones. Yeah, the original game. Look at how interesting that was. It uses like a lot of voxel technology, and I guess maybe polygons also. But it's like, man, I remember when I first played this back in the day, I was like, what is this? Does it say when it first came out? In 2007, the U.S. government. No, that's funny. Wait, Outcast release date. Let me see if I spelled that wrong. 1999. Okay, yeah, 1999. Oh yeah, I remember that cover art. It's like, what am I getting into? Okay, guys, I'm gonna head out. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, there was not really any crazy news at all. So anyway, guys, have a good rest of the day. We'll talk tomorrow.